Ladies and gentlemen, this is Max with Mira Tech Talk, and welcome back to another video. I'll be doing a review today of the new Fire HD 10 tablet from Amazon. This is the 32 gigabyte model. Normal retail for this model is $149.99, and for $189.99 they get you the 64 gigabyte model. Now keep in mind this pricing is for the models with the advertisements built in, and just to demonstrate what that looks like, this is what you'd be looking at on your lock screen. But as soon as you dismiss your lock screen, those ads are gone. All right? So, to me, it wasn't worth spending the extra money to get no ads on it, because at that point I'd be getting closer in the price of an iPad or a Samsung A-series tablet. But one thing I did want to mention, you often see these on sale. I was able to get this for $109 for the 32 gigabyte model. So that's just something else to keep in mind. Now, this is a full HD panel built into this tablet, 1920 by 1200, which equates to 224 pixels per inch or 224 ppi. It has a 2 gigabyte RAM module built in, a 2 gigahertz octa-core CPU, non-specified. Alexa's built in, just like that. It is expandable. There's a micro SD card slot right here on the side of the unit. You can expand it up to 512 gigabytes with a micro SD card. Now, front and back camera. Front camera 2 megapixel, back camera also 2 megapixels. So don't expect to take outstanding photos with this tablet. It also is capable of 720p HD recording and video. So really, if you're buying this thing, just understand it's most 99% designed for media consumption. Now, it does come with a USB-C charging brick. So these are actually built with USB-C now. If you can see that there, got our power button there, a headphone jack, and our volume rockers. Now, I've actually got this in one of Amazon's cases, which is pretty nice. Folds over, and then you just fold it over like this. It folds backward to create a little kickstand and sets in just fine. It's held by magnets. I have not had a problem with it so far. Where it came loose, it sits just fine. So I'm pretty happy with it. Those cases, you can probably get those for around 30 to 40 bucks, but you can always go third party if you want to save some money. Now, who is this tablet for? Now, if you are an Amazon Prime subscriber, you buy a lot of stuff through Amazon where you can shop for your products, your music, if you have Amazon streaming services. Basically, if you're highly invested into the Amazon ecosystem, this is a perfect tablet for you. But that argument could also be made for an iPad, so why should you buy this over an iPad? To me, it's the cost saving. If you get this on sale, even at the iPad's cheapest sale, you're still saving over $100. Now, that's assuming this is also at that $109 price mark. But again, for me personally, this is fine. You know, I'm not heavily invested in any particular ecosystem, but I do have Amazon Prime, so this was a no-brainer for me, especially at the price point. And I was in the market for a tablet. So I can load my emails into this. I can do a calendar. I can even get third-party apps like Netflix and Spotify. Just one thing to keep in mind. The YouTube app here is not actually designed by Google. This was something that they allowed Amazon to make. All right, so this is a third-party app to allow you into YouTube. For a long while, you could not get a YouTube app on this device. They finally came to an agreement last year, and it started with a rollout to Fire TVs. Then they allowed it onto the tablets as well. So you can get things like Disney Plus, your social media apps. But like I said, don't expect to find anything by Google on here. So what I mean by that, if I go to games and apps and I try to search for, let's say you do have a Google Play subscription for their music. And if I try to type in play music, you will not find the app in this application store. Now, there are ways to sideload applications into this. I don't recommend it though, because they don't update automatically. You have to manually sideload them every time, and to me that's a pain. So it's not that big of a deal for me, but that's something to consider if you are a subscriber of Google services. And the same goes for Apple Music as well. You will not find Apple Music on this platform. Yeah. So you can get Spotify, you can get Pandora. So some of the third-party music streaming services are available, but you can't get the ones on their direct competitors' platforms, which in this case, Apple and Google. I don't know why they don't play nice together, but that's just the state of things as it stands. All right, what's next? So another reason why I think you should buy this: media consumption, cost saving. You're not going to spend as much as you would if you were to buy an iPad. Now, one other thing to consider is build quality. Now, this is a laminated display, just like some of the newer iPads are. Now, I'm not saying this is a... Hold on a sec. I'm not saying this is a perfect panel. It is an IPS panel. There we go. So, it's an IPS panel. I'm not looking at this for color accuracy. I just want to make sure that it looks good when I'm watching videos. Now, I'm no expert in how you measure the screen quality of these things, but to me it looks fine. And also, something else to consider, if you're going to be reading books on this, it does not do well outdoors. I'm sorry, it just does not have the nits for it. I don't know the exact brightness rating on this, but I cannot read this outdoors. It just gets washed out from the sun. And also, you can kind of tell from my lighting in here, it reflects light pretty badly. But in a darker environment, I think it would work. It's worked for me just fine as long as the lights are dimmed, but that is something to consider. Anyway, so in closing, I think it's a great tablet for the money, especially if you don't want to spend $250, $300 on a new base level iPad. You can get a Tab A series from Samsung right around the $200 mark. If you get the smaller 8-inch version, a lot closer to what this costs, but honestly, for me, this is fine. Longevity of these devices, if you're going to buy one of these, I suggest getting the bigger one. I know you want to go for portability, but honestly, the smaller tablet version of this, the processor probably will not last longer than 2 years before you... I tried one out at the store at Best Buy, and it was already lagging, and it's a new device. So this, I don't notice too many hiccups. Every now and then I will, but it's pretty fluid for the most part. So like I said, if you're going to buy it, get the bigger one, has the better processor. Alright, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you want to know more about this, feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section. If you like the video, hit that bell to subscribe to my videos. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, hit the dislike if you didn't like it. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.